Hello everyone, thanks for joining me again today. I'll be working on drakon diagrams render again. I hope you're having a great day. It's a beautiful spring outside where I live, so I hope you have your coffee or your drink of choice ready. And how about we write some code? During the last session, you probably remembered that I wanted to finish moving stuff around, specifically IDs that participate in this type, drakon diagram, and the connected skewer blocks. It's all moved now. I fixed the problem, and I started working on recreating this diagram off camera with varying results. I have some findings. Obviously, these lines are not correct, but they're just for illustrating where the correct lines would go when we have them ready. So let's maybe start today's session by finishing this diagram. We have enter the bus here. This is getting pretty tricky. We'll only need the main function. And maybe let's rearrange the windows a little bit better. Yeah? So something like this. So by looking at this diagram, I'm realizing that maybe the left-hand side of a fork is not really needed at all. If we just skipped it and let the collection of skewer blocks dictate what's going after the fork in its former left-hand side branch, we would probably simplify the types a little bit more. But for now, it's still possible to work with these types. So after the fork, we have this and this. Oh, sorry, we are here. Enter the bus. And here, instead of linking to 410, we would need another fork. Here. Oh, goodness. We'll format it later. That will be H10. Oh no, sorry, that was correct. Is it possible to enter the bus? No, go back to 410. Yes, enter the bus. And after that, we have another fork. We'll leave it as an action for now, but it will have to become a question. Sorry, a fork. And let's just change this to nothing. And let's see how it looks like now. So here, we'll have to implement a fork. Instead of an action. So this collection is empty, but I discovered that if we have an empty collection, the maximum function causes a problem. So maybe this is something that we should correct today, that maximum function. Otherwise, we'll just use a placeholder action with a content hook. That leads us to something that we don't yet have. And here we have an action. Leave the bus. And instead of nothing, we go to just ID 410, I believe. Yeah. Go to travel standing. This goes after take a seat. Yes. This should disappear. Leave the bus goes to $410. Which takes us back to has the bus arrived? Yes. So finally we have this section to implement. Let's take a simpler fork. So now that we have its ID, let's update this. And finally, 2 actions. All right. This is our diagram. Not quite what the original proposed, but we can definitely work with this. So first of all, let's see what happened here. What worries me most is this connection. It looks like we overshot it for some reason. Oh, we did overshoot it because this connection is just a straight line rendered as an additional connection, so that's fine. It's not. It is supposed to lead from the end of huh to the origin of this question, so that's fine. Let's not worry about that. Another thing that I think we can improve is, see here, wait for the bus is very low down here, so it almost makes me think that we shouldn't declare it as for tense, so up high here, but instead we should declare it as the successor of leave the bus. So let's try to fix this now. Leave the bus. We have 2 actions named leave the bus. This is also interesting. We have 2 hooks here. One is for this branch, and one is for this branch. Which makes me think that this type I got wrong. Because it's possible to have multiple redirections. I should really come up with a term for this, maybe ID. There should only be one, I think. in the entire chain of nested skewer blocks. But that's fine. For now, let's focus on this 410. And let's demote it to ha, so it's easy to find. And now we're going back to has bus arrived, which is 300. So here we can just say nothing. Okay, something is not right here. Has a bus arrived? 410 leads here, that's good. What if no? What if we go to ha? And we should head to 410, so that was actually correct. Oh, we left the ID. That wasn't smart. Let's do it as 11,410. So here, go for 10. Okay. No. Then we go here. Perfect. Passengers boarding. Is it your turn? No. Wait your turn and go back to is it your turn? Yes. Goes after is it your turn? Is it possible to enter the bus? No. Go to ha and 410. Here. Yes. And 410 goes back there. Okay, enter the bus, goes here. Any seats available? Yes, take a seat. Okay. No. Do you want to travel standing? Yes, and go back. Correct. No, leave the bus. Wait for the next bus. And go back here. Do you have money for a ticket? Yes, buy a ticket. No. Oh, this is a mistake. Do you have money for a ticket? Should leave us to travel to the required stop. Otherwise. That's an interesting logic. So take the bus anyway. Just don't pay it. It's fine. Travel to the required stop. That's 1400. Sorry. That is not really needed, is it? That last. Oh. Sorry. This part. Okay. All right. It looks a little bit better, but can we improve it still? I think we can. But for now, looking at the time, I think it would be the best use of our time if we simply fix the problem with maximum. So let's try to intentionally break the code. It will compile, but it will cause a runtime error. Okay, so we have a new problem. Oh, that's because it's 0. Or okay. So we have an empty connection like that, which we'll need to fix. But at least it allows us to remove all those connections. Like this one. Interesting. Yeah, that is much better. So we can't remove the hull from here. Good to know. Let's see another hull. And this one we can probably remove. Let's see what happens. And again. So we can't remove this one either. This one we can for sure remove. Do you have money for a ticket? And travel standing. We also don't need anything here. It looks like we missed something. Okay, let's take it step by step. Remove money for a ticket. Yep. We don't need this link. Here, we would go there anyway. Mm-hmm. Go to travel standing. I don't feel we need this. But yet we do. So I'll just leave a note that we can't remove this one either. Okay. But nevertheless, I feel we're making progress because now we can provide these extra connections that I've been trying to code for since the beginning of the project. We just need to clean them up a little bit. I'm not sure if I will end up implementing drakon with all its rules and intricacies, or whether we'll just go with something way simpler. But for now, it looks like this is still fun, and I'm enjoying myself. Right. I hope the feeling is mutual. I think that's good enough for today. I wish you all a fantastic weekend. I hope you get to spend some time with your loved ones. And I'll see you next week. Take care. Bye.